It is season review time and the transfer special. I feel like we still got some work to do, especially on the left-hand side. Let's get into it, my dudes. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Up first, it is the end of season review. Time to get into some stuff. See how the squad done? I don't know how to describe it. You get it. We're here. This is going to be a very long list, so we're going to highlight some players and not do all of them because we'd be here for quite a while. The new arrivals, there was a absolute ton of them. I have clicked it one time. I am rendering a video, so there may be a little bit of lag. Yep, there it was. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start up top with the player that played in a lot of matches. This is what we're going to do. We're actually going to sort it by this. By amount of times they played. Cardozo, really surprised that they only was happy with a C out of that. I mean, we didn't spend a ton of money on him. 9 million? Put out a 7.23. Excited about him. Ferrari was a big disappointment for me. Thought he could have been a lot better than what he was. Kevin Byrne, absolute stud of a player. That is way too low. He needs to be an A+. I think he's the signing of the season over Cardozo. I know Cardozo had one more little notch, but I think Kevin Byrne was an absolute steal. Al Warfoley, A-. Didn't have the best of seasons, but we did get him relatively cheap for a good player. Shorats with the 7.03, A- on that. Seekin, not great. They wasn't happy with him too much. I am dealing with a little bit of lag on this end. Sorry. Yeah, there it goes. Peter, 7.17, B- on him. Yoshi came in the middle of the season, B for him. I was excited about him. I think he's our best player. Vasco didn't get a lot of time. He got hurt. Missed most of the season. Eggman, C. Dorn, this dude right here. This dude right here. This dude right here is terrible. I really don't know what to think about him. I'm not happy with him at all. He is a whiny baby. He thinks 6.1s are really good. Told me that I needed to get my eyes checked. Let's see how he done after he went out on one. Maybe he got a little bit better. I mean, he played some. I mean, he came out. It was late in the season. We didn't play him as much as we promised he would. So that might be something to do with it. I want to reevaluate him this upcoming season. Did I really get out of the end of the season review? I think I did. I think I messed it up. Okay. Nope, we're here. We're still here. Don't really care about this. We know what it was. They was B- with us. They was okay with us. Really surprised though because they wanted us to finish like here, I think. And we got okay. They haven't been like extremely excited about us. I'm not exactly sure why. I thought we have really helped out the squad since we've come in. I think I have clicked it. That's why I haven't done it again. We'll do it again. Once to remember, I don't care. Financial. Some droppage. Definitely some droppage. Sponsorship was the same. Broadcast revenue, big time drop right there. I'm guessing that's because they was in the Europa League last year and wasn't this year. Corporate hospitality went down a little bit. Competition prize money did go up a good bit, and match day commercial and retail went up just a smidget. We had Seekin was our best overall selling kit. I'm kind of surprised by that. Sal, Peter, Cardozo, and Al Warfoley alongside. Look at how we lined up. Let's see if it's what we think. I'm happy with the back four. I think that's a good back four. Maybe Okoli for Isaac, but Isaac definitely had a good thing to say about it. I'm not sure about the midfield. Midfield, Al Warfoley probably just because of the amount of times he played. But I think Yoshi on that other side. Seekin, you could argue Peter, but I'm okay with Seekin being there. Cardozo definitely. Left-hand side Ferrari was, yeah, and then Shorats up top. But not too bad. Fans player of the season, though, was Cardozo. Young player of the season was Byrne. Signing of the season was Cardozo. Goal of the season was Cardozo. Top goal scorer was Shorats. Most assists was Al Warfoley. I think Cardozo had the same amount of assists. Most man of the matches was Seekin. Kind of surprised by that when Cardozo had the highest overall rating. And Kerry Morris, most passes completed per 90 minutes. Record breakers. Shorats with his 4 goals. Vlad did break the goal. I didn't realize he broke it. So he won the shutouts. He's got most shutouts in a season. Big big news for him. Seeking player of the match and highest transfer paid was a big bust to me was Ferrari with the 14.75 we spent on him. Time to take a look at some of this other stuff. I mean, I'm not really interested in this yet because, I mean, there's a lot of our guys on there though. But I guess it is because the German leagues haven't been loaded that long. Yeah, that's probably what it is. We're not really going to go over that kind of stuff because it's messed up. Okay, here we go. So this is what we got. Club vision and expectation moving forward. They want us to play high tempo pressing football, work within the payroll budget, increase the commercial revenue. Okay, and they want us to spend the original transfer budget. This is a club that they are more worried about building the team by purchasing players. They're not as worried about, like with the Derby County, you know, they want us to work through our youth system, which makes sense having the youth system that we do. But Frankfurt is a little bit different in this save, and they want us to qualify for the Europa League and reach the group stage of the Champions League. We're going to accept that. We're good with that kind of stuff. End of team season, not going to do that on screen. That'll be off screen. Where do we want to go? You know, I feel like a trip to Switzerland. I picked that place because I've heard of it. I don't see anything else that we can really go over here that I want to do with you guys on screen. I guess what we could look at is it's one of those situations like I don't really want to let many people go because most of these guys are new and they're players that I brought in this off season. So we're going to look. So the 33-year-old guys probably are. So Sal. So we don't have any contracts that run out this year. So that is something to keep note of. Looking at players that are wanted, Izert is wanted by Dortmund. Okoli is wanted by Southampton and West Brom. Diller wanted by Werder Bremen. Ferrari wanted by Parma. I wouldn't mind if they come in with a decent amount of cash for Ferrari. I wouldn't mind selling him because I've been hugely disappointed in this guy. We brought him in for 14.75. His value is at 25. If they could bring in like 30 million for him, I would be okay with that. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't see many players leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like because most of these guys are new. Looking at players that I think we should loan out. I think the Fran should be a loanee player. So that's let me write this stuff down. Ooh, that was a bang. Sorry about that. I brought a new pen up here because my pen is like out of ink and it may still be in my pocket. Still in my pocket. My wife bought some pens for work and the one she didn't plan on carrying with her is the pink pen. So I took it because I don't really care about the color of it. So Fran, I'm just writing this down so I can kind of think like, okay, I might want to plan for this guy to be leaving. Whoop, uh-oh, you guys probably can hear that. Pause the video. Stop talking, my dude. I got it. Hold on. Video stopped rendering and started playing. Let me pause it real quick. Got it paused. Sorry about that. That might have been a little bit confusing for you guys. It was a little bit confusing for me. Okay, so Fran is one of the guys that we're considering loaning out next season. Trinks is another guy. He's more of an attacking player, but we're going to write his name down just because I feel like he's not ready for first team squad yet. Keep losing where I am. Jan Borman, I thought he played really good. Like when he came on the pitch, like he put out a 6. You could say we're gonna write his name down, and I'm gonna put a question mark beside it because I liked him. I actually liked him a lot. His name was the reason for one of the worst mess ups I've ever had in my career, ever had on YouTube. And like pronouncing, which as you guys know, I really struggle with pronouncing stuff in general. I think that's the guys that we consider loaning out. So that is 2 attacking mids really, and then Fran who is a central mid. So we do have some stuff we need to work on. I think, like I said, that left wing spot I think is a really big spot that we need to work on. Left back, I don't know. I feel like we could spend like the money there. And maybe right back. And what do we have in the midfield? The midfield is an area of concern for me. I feel like if I'm thinking about it, like it is kind of a weak side. So we do have Sal still next year, who is at the end of his career. Al Warfolly and Yoshi. So maybe a center mid as well. So I'm thinking, let me write this down. Let me write it down. I know. I've got short list. We can take a look at that as well. Left back, right back, and center mid. I think that is the areas of concern that we need to fill this offseason. We do have some decent striking ability with Ventura and Shorats and Egeman still. I think that they're decent enough players that they can fill that role for us. But let us take a look at the short list that that I fixed. I think that ain't what I wanted to click on. This is. It still didn't add who I wanted on the list. So let's go check them out. Angelo Renan. Not Ribab, Renan. Take a look at him. He is on Liverpool's under 23s. Oh my word, what has happened to my dude? Angelo. We sold him for $30 million. He went out and played 9 matches in the next season, put out a 6.7 for him, 6.9 after that. You know, just let me ask. How much, what do you think? No. I could have sworn I added him to this list. But yeah, that's where he's at right now. A little bit of a disappointment for him. Up next, we got Nicholas Martinez. I wanted to check him out. And I know I asked for the opinions of players maybe Monday's episode. I don't know. Like I said, I'm backlogging videos again. So I'm actually recording this before that video comes out. So I apologize for that. But leave a comment down in the description because I'm not recording anymore past this point. Like this will be the end of the backlog. Leave a comment down in the description if I missed anybody that you guys want to check out, and we'll go back and check them out at the start of the season. And once again, I apologize for that. Nicholas Martinez at Tottenham. I mean, 4-star player, playing a lot of matches for him. They sold him for wow. Tottenham got a steal. Fluminense, what are you doing, my dudes? That is a steal. Joe Warren, as we know, he's playing in the French. He was playing in Ligue 1. I'm not sure if they got relegated or not. Played in 14 matches for him. Put out 6.73. Good career for him. We do know that he is at Mainz. Played every match for them, put out a 7.41. Looks good for him. Nunez from Orlando City. You guys might not remember him. Fortaleza is apparently trying to get him to play right back, which he can probably do for them. Got decent crossing. I mean, yeah, he can do that. I like him as a center back better still. But Orlando City sold him for 5.5. Fortaleza getting a steal there. Good performer for him. Pierre Machia, this guy is one of the guys from way back when. And I thought he was an absolute stud, and it looks like he is still a pretty good player at 3.5 stars. Probably one of the few South Africans that we have in this list that still could be somewhat usable for us. Super Sport. We sold him for $900K way back in the day due to a release clause, and he has been in China playing for the same club ever since. Good career. I feel like I heard somebody talking. You know he has made some money at that club. Caden Francis. We brought him into Super Sport way back when. For $140K from Chippa. He had an interesting career with us. We brought him in on loan at Free State, played absolutely wonderful for us. Brought him in for $140K at Super Sport, and you can see when we left Super Sport. Right here. That's when we left Super Sport, and since then his career has kind of hung around the 7s. Really surprised he never made it out of South Africa. Thought we almost brought him with us to America, but due to the Orlando City wanting us to sign Brazilian players, he never made the transition with us. But he's still over there playing really good, putting on a 7.16 this past season. Last player up, Big John, playing for the Sundowns now, 2-star player. He did have a short career in Brazil, if I remember correctly. We went through our youth system, and then after we left, they sold him to Fortaleza for $195K. Didn't really get a ton of match time there. He got loaned back out to the Orlando Pirates in South Africa, put out a 6.81. Then got sold to the Sundowns for $575,000 and has been playing regularly for them since then. So that is a bit of news for them. Orlando City, let's look and see what they have done since we have left. I think this is actually going to be like a little bit of a shorter episode, like with transfers, because I don't see us bringing in a lot of players, so I am okay doing this. They're currently sitting in 8th in the Eastern Conference right now. They haven't won anything since we last left that club. Fluminense, our last club that we managed. Look at their history. What would it be under? Competitions, maybe? Oh man, this is going to be a little bit weird. They hadn't won the league since when we won the league last. Okay. Super Sport United. How are they? That's right. I took this league out. This league is no longer loaded. Wow, I forgot about that. But we went on a run with them. We definitely went on a run with them. You can kind of see 23, 24. I think that was when we was there. We left in 25, and they went back and won it in 26, and then the league was probably unloaded in 28. Looks like so. Free State Stars. Let's see if they ever got relegated. That ain't how you sell state. I think that's right. I think it was Free State. They're still they stayed up the entire time. We won the MTN 8 with them. And did we not win that league with them? Did we not win the... Guess not. Well, that was a trip down memory lane for you guys. So, there you go. Well, the first group of signings are in. We've brought in some youth prospects alongside 2 guys that I think can make an immediate impact. Up first, we have a youth prospect in Jean-Marie Dyther, goalkeeper, 2.5 star, 4.5 star potential player. He just looks okay. I mean, he's nothing crazy. We just wanted to bring him in. Brought him in on a free, so that is good news. Up next, we got Alexander Fassbender, 2-star player, 4.5 star potential player, attacking mid, can play in the center mid as well. You guys can pause at the youth prospects and take a look at them. Up next, we have our new left back, Julian Hartung, left back option. I like him because he's a German. To be on, that's the main reason why we signed him. He is either footed, so he can play on either side. He's not exactly comfortable on that side, but he is a little bit competent. Can play anywhere across the back 3, so I'm happy about that. Let's actually take a look at him. He has some really good mental abilities. His pace is a little bit lower than what I like, but he's got good work rate. He's got good technique. I think he's just going to slot into that role real nice over there. Up next, we have another player that we brought in for $16 million, and Sven Schaefer. He is an attacking mid. I think we're going to actually play him more in the center mid role. He looks really good. He's a German-born player, 4.5 star potential player. Got really good pace, good fitness, good agility. He's got some good technical abilities as well, as long as like his first touch, his passing technique. Got really good vision as well. His flair is pretty good. He's got good decision, good composure. I think he's going to be a solid player for us. We brought him in for, I think, a bargain, really. He's been playing at Leipzig. He's played a bunch of matches in the Bundesliga. So I'm happy about that. I think we've brought in some quality players. Looking at our finances after this, we've still got plenty in the bank. We got $68 million. We still want to bring in a left wing and a right back. So I think, you know, depending on what we can bring in, we can really splash some cash on this next group of players. And it doesn't have to be, now that I've signed some Germans, I was kind of keeping in mind that we was playing in the Champions League and we had some qualifications that we had to meet. So that's why we brought in some of those guys. That was the German-born. I would have preferred another left back, but that was a little bit cheaper. But he wasn't. His nationality wasn't right, so that's why we opted with Hartung. I have to remember these guys because they're part of the squad now. Looking at the squad now, the people have left. The loanies have left. So we're back to where we are. This is what we have. I guess Jean is going to be our backup goalkeeper. He looks to slot in that role real nice. Left back, I think we're good with Hartung, Diller, and Escobar. Escobar is right on that cuff of reaching that 3-star potential. I swear I seen that email saying that he was a 3-star player. I'm sorry. So I'm happy with that. Our center back situation looks pretty good as well. Kevin Byrne, Isert, and Okoli. Lawrence still there. Midfield, we're looking good with Yoshi, Schaefer, Warfolly. We've got 3 really good players alongside Cardozo can play back there as well. Left wing, obviously we need to work on that. We got Ferrari and that's in Borman, Trinks. I mean, I guess that right hand side we're okay with Peter and Seeking. In the middle, I'm happy with what we got in the middle in Cardozo, Schaefer, and Vasco. Up top, we're not going to touch what's up top because I feel what we have up top is good enough. Get us by. Like I said, this transfer window is really filling the holes that we had and actually making those strengths. We haven't done that exactly except for the left back position, but we need to get us a left wing option in that's going to be a really good talent and a right back option in that's going to be a good talent. I hadn't really done a ton of research into those guys yet, so there is one player that I have debated bringing on as right back that we would be spending around. I wrote down what it was. It's the medium of it is around 15 million. So somewhere maybe a little bit less, a little bit more than 15 mil on that. And if we do that, we could really splash the cash on left wing and bring in a really good option. So I am considering doing that. I just haven't done it yet. The right back option we're going to do, he doesn't typically fit my mold because he's more of a defensive player back there, and we already have one of those on our left-hand side, but I think it's just the best overall option that we're going to get. I was going to go over some of the players that are wanted right now, but it's a little bit tough with like the vacation thing in the way. I wish that the vacation didn't pop up over like on top of everything. I wish that it was kind of like behind because you can clearly see the red. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't really care about that as much. You care about more what's behind it. So that is a little. I wish that would change a little bit in the future FMs. But Robin Iser, he's wanted by Cologne and Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim has actually already came in and made an offer. He didn't want to sign with him, so we're not really worried about him. Eggeman, I think he's wanted by a club, isn't he? Freiburg's interested in him. Diller as well. He's wanted by Hanover and Freiburg. Yoshi, nobody. Trinks, he's wanted on loan, so nothing really to note on that. Nipping, he's back and he's wanted on loan at Hamburg. And I think that's really where we're standing right now with the squad. I think we're doing good though. It's getting closer to the start of the season, but I am liking the look of this squad. Seeing more German-born players in the squad than what we had before. I do think that is definitely a positive. We are going to loan out some of these guys that I don't think are quite ready yet. You know, looking at the likes of probably Fran. Just trying to see who else. Let's look at age because that'd be the best way to look at it. Fran. I mean, at this point, we really need Trinks and Borman, I think. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 Germans minus the under 21. So let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could potentially still loan out those players that we had debated on with Borman and Trinks. And obviously the Fran. I do want to loan those 3 out. I think that would be the best thing for their development because they would get a lot more game time than what they will with us right now. But Nipping is definitely going to be in the squad next year because it's time for him to get in the squad. I think he's actually homegrown by club, which is going to be big for us next year with the Champions League. Yeah, he is trained at club, so that is good news. He would definitely not get loaned out next year like he was this past year. But I do think we have some possibilities. The reason I would show you the right back that I am thinking about signing, but he is a former player, so I really don't want to because suspense of us bringing back a former player, a kind of a player I had forgot about really that I liked a lot, that I thought was a good player. So we do have some more work to do, so I'm going to get on that and get back to watching the Mexico and USA match. It's been very interesting so far. So I will be back in a second, my dudes. Well, we have signed a couple more players. Some of these guys are definitely future prospects. We've got a couple million left to spend, and I'll probably do that same thing again, bringing in some more young guys. We've got 13 million in. We've brought in some players though also that can slot into the first team, probably in the starting 11. Let's take a look at the guys we got. Up first, we brought in Haynes McBurney once again from Man City on loan to give a little bit of depth at right back. Excited to have him back. He was a good player for us last season, so definitely good news to have him back. Where is the rest of them? I just literally brought them in. Maybe we go back one. Where are these guys? Are they future transfers? No, this is weird. There we go. Okay, I got it back now. I got it. Edgar. Brought him in from Gremio. Left wing option, 4-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. Not going to get much better, but as an inside forward, I'm excited about this kid. I think he's going to slot into the starting 11 and be a really good player for us in the future. He can get forward really, really good. Runs with ball down the left. He cuts inside from that wing. We're happy about that. He's got really good dribbling. Technique is also really, really good. Good flair, good leadership, good vision. And as I said, his physical abilities, getting down that wing, really excited to bring him into the squad. He will probably start over Ferrari on most games. Up next, a youngster that we brought in, Lucas Kaiser. Probably won't see him this year. He'll get loaned out. 1.5-star, 4.5-star potential player, right back option. Excited to have him, though. He's got some good attributes. Just needs a little bit of refining. Send him out on loan. Up next, another option that we brought in that's a youngster that might actually get some game time this year is Haustenberg. We brought him in from Mines, and we spent some money on him. We spent $16 million on him, and I think the reason why we spent that is just because I think he is that good. We're going to start training him immediately to play right there. Play a little bit further back than what he's used to playing. Really good at getting down the pitch, got good pace, good balance, good acceleration, good natural fitness, can last a long time out there on the pitch. Good teamwork, good tackling, good technique. Needs to work on his crossing as well a little bit, but as an 18-year-old kid with that kind of potential, I'm really, really excited to bring him in. Do we have anybody else that we have brought in? I don't think so. We brought in, yeah, we did. We brought in another guy, a right back option that would probably be our starter. 3-star player, 3.5-star potential. His name is Jaroslaw. Yep. I'm not going to pronounce that last name ever. We can kind of do this number right here because I think I can say Jaroslaw. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I've said it twice now, so his name is now forever Jaroslaw. Looks to be a pretty good player. He's a German-born player. He wasn't exactly what I was going for. We had mentioned that we had wanted to sign one of our former players, and that was Luis Henrique from Fluminense, but they wanted too much money for him. My scouting thing thought we could get him around 15 million, but they wanted around 30-something million, and I said, no, we don't do that. We can't afford that. But I am excited about this kid. He can play right back, can play in the center back as well. Just an overall solid player. I think we bought him. The reason why I bought him was just because his value, I think, was the best overall compared to some of the players. I think there was some a little bit better, but their price was just out. It was just ridiculous, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. We want to bring in some youngsters as well, but really excited to have him. I think that's going to round out the first team. Like I said, we probably bring in a couple more youngsters that will loan out. That you guys probably won't see this year, but yeah, I like where we're sitting right now. Goalkeeper, we're good. Right back, we got Jaroslaw and our boy here, McBurney. Rico Dorn probably coming back from loan pretty soon, hopefully. Kevin Byrne, Robin Isert, Caleb Okoli, and Jamie Lawrence being our center backs. Hartung, Diller, and Escobar at left back. Midfield, I'm excited about this midfield with Cardozo, Yoshi, Al Warfali, and Schaefer. Right hand side, we're looking good as well. We got Peter, we got Seakin, Egeman can play there, Shorich can play there. Center attacking mid, we got Cardozo, we got Schaefer, we got Vasco, good players. Left wing, I'm happy now. We got Edgar and Ferrari. Then we got Trinks. Well, Trinks is on loan, so it wouldn't hurt to bring in another loanee on the left wing, just to have another player that we can have on that side. And up top, we got Shorats, Peter, and Gil. I've debated trying to bring in another striking option. I like what we've got, and we know that they're good enough. But I definitely think we need to bring in another left wing on loan. And then we've got the new kid, the other new kid that we brought in. He's not showing up here. The youngster, the left back. But I think we're doing good, my dudes. I think I'm going to call the episode here. I really do, because I'm happy with what we've got. Like I said, I'll probably bring in a couple youngsters, and we'll show those guys off in the next episode. But I really want to get back to watching the American-Mexico match that's going into extra time right now. So I'm going to go do that. I do want to apologize for the shorter transfer special. I really want to get back and watch this USA-Mexico match. It's been outstanding. It's been a little bit chippy out there as well. They've started getting into each other a little bit. So sorry about that. But I think we had a good transfer special. We brought in some players that can really help the starting 11, which is what we needed. We didn't really need more depth. We needed starting 11 players, and I think we accomplished that. So, you know, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. Let me know who you think is going to be the best signing that we had this off season. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.